There it goes. Ooh. Oh.
Today we will be changing the center support bearing, also known as the carrier bearing, on a Chevy Express van, and it's what holds the two pieces of the drive shaft up in the middle. Let's get started. First thing you want to do is snap open this retaining clip, and I'm going to keep this and try and reuse it later, so you might not want to just throw it out. And the alignment of these two shafts is important, so take a paint pen right there and mark the alignment. There is a master spline on these. If you notice here, it's smooth and there's no spline. There's also some yellow paint, so this is showing where the master is on this one.
It's gonna be easier with this out, so we can get an 11. Let's get a little torque on there. Oh, that was nice.
So remove those bolts, and you won't be able to get them all the way out. You might once you rotate the shaft, but you don't need to. You only need to loosen them so they're all the way out of the thread, and then you'll be able to get the drive shaft off. You'll see what I mean later here.
Hey, Rob.
And because I'm in the pit,
Could you
I didn't have the wheels off the ground, so I was trying to move the car forward and back, which made it annoying. If the back end was off the ground and you're in neutral, you can spin the drive shaft and access the bolts on both sides a lot easier. So I'd recommend that. So like this, you don't have to get them all the way out, just get them there and get some paint. And I marked this for later assembly.
It should slide in here. Oh, there we go. There she is. Yeah, see.
Okay.
We got a little bit of movement there.
You got one U-clamp.
There it goes.
So if yours is tight, just use a pry bar and you can pop the U-joint off the yoke of the differential and slide the whole thing out. And next we're headed to the carrier bearing bolts here.
Yeah, first time. 15. Could use an extension. Non-impact with impact. You guys are gonna love that. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Shloom! Oh, there goes transmission fluid. I forgot about that. Hey, I got a bucket almost underneath. All right, there's that side. I think there's a master key on these. Yep, there is.
So there was a different key on this shaft, but I don't think there's anything on the transmission side, so I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter. To be safe, you can mark it though before you completely remove it, just to make sure, but it should go in anyway. It's the middle shaft that's important to have the alignment.
What a racket. I'm filming here, Bernardo. Bernardo. La banda, ¿qué pasó? I'm gonna pry that out. Nice and dirty like it is. Where'd my carb cleaner go? I was gonna have down here. An angle? Nope. I need a bigger screwdriver. Oh, there it goes. Drop right in my oil bin. Pull the dirt away. Away. Looks pretty clean. All right, here's what I got. I might have to cut this off. It didn't have this on the other one, but it gives this annoying rubber piece here.
Yes, I should have cut it off right then instead of trying to do it after the fact when I noticed it was rubbing on the shaft.
And this is your large side and your generic ball joint kits. This goes right here. You can use a socket, but not with that in the way. And then you hit it with your bare hands. No, all right. Let's get it started. Oh, forgot to hold that. All right, here we go.
Seal is flat and flush. That's what you want to see.
There.
As you can see, the rubber is what failed on ours.
Stretch away.
Here it goes. There. Perfect.
Step one is to remove this boot retainer.
That's the first piece.
Spinning it by hand, to me it did sound like the bearing was starting to
Gonna
fail
work,
also.
but you can try, right? 1, 2, go! Hit it right into my... Wiggle, 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 wiggle.
Hey, I had to try, you know, maybe it would just fall off, but no, this thing's not just going to fall off. Air hammer, nothing, didn't move. So we went to the torch to cut off the outer portion first of the bearing. And there are pullers you can get to do this. The puller I have, last time I attempted to use it on this stuck of a bearing, it just bent the whole thing. So I went to the torch, cut off the outer portion, get that out of the way. It was so scared I was going to use the air hammer again. It just fell off when I touched it.
Just got scared looking at it.
Yeah.
Major lung warning on this. When that rubber burns, it is a terrible smell and probably really bad for your lungs. So with a little heat, now we got just the inner portion left. And I was able to just tap that with the air hammer on both sides because the heat caused it to expandulate, if you've seen my hitch video, and we are able to knock it off.
Afterwards. Oh, no, no. Oh!
Yeah, rolled right in the pit.
Okay, it's the wrong bearing. Okay, there's a 35 and a 40. This one's the 35, and we have the 40. So we need the 40 millimeter, not the 35. Whoops. Ay, ay, ay. Clean your shaft. .5840. Two thou is usually a tight press fit, so if it's any more than that, you're going to be squishing metal and distorting things. So it's on the tight end for a press. See how much shrinkage we can get.
So I'm trying to heat this bearing up a little bit, hoping that it will expandulate. And also on the other side, I'm trying to hit this shaft with freeze spray. And all I can get here is this duster, computer duster spray. And when you flip it upside down, you get the liquid coming out like a kind of a refrigerant. And it's just freezing cold. You'll get frostbite, so wear gloves. So here I am doing this, hoping that it will freeze this thing and the bearing will just fall right on. But it turns out that with freeze spray, you're not going to get 0.02 of shrinkage. Maybe with liquid nitrogen. And before I knew it, that can was completely empty, and you have to move fast before it starts heating up again. I'm glad that I had this pipe ready.
Oh, really?
So far, not so good.
So you want to have a pipe that is the inner diameter of that bearing. If you had one that fit everything perfectly, that'd be great. But yeah, you'd want to gently encourage it on.
Covered the whole shop. Yeah. Well, imagine how tight it would have been without the freeze spray. I don't know.
Oh, I'd say you got it.
I guess I was hoping for magic. So we still needed the pipe. And that gives me plenty. There's lots left for this piece.
The next piece here is what your boot goes onto, and I used the one that came in the kit, and maybe it went on a little crooked. I'm not sure what happened here, but it did not hold.
Maybe you better get the old one.
Wow. That didn't work. Once it got over the edge. That's tighter though. No, that's way tighter. Just gently beat it.
You got it.
Okay, that's way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's better.
So the original was nice and tight, and now everything is ready to go back in the car.
Ooh. Slide.
Tighten the hanger bolts to 38 foot-pounds, or a little extra with the impact there. Calls for a little grease on those splines. That'll help everything slide in and out.
Let's rest it up there. Oh! Oh, that's a good way to do this. I can rest it in there. Find my blind. Oh, I still need a tiny bit more. Don't lose it. Oh.
I hope you enjoy my struggle here, but it was a little tight going in and wasn't sure if I had it exactly lined up. But once I got the thing moving, it went in nicely.
Oh, there it is. Rob? Yeah. Could you push the vehicle forwards? Oh, okay, backwards. More, and if you chalk it there. So here, I need to get it to go in.
So you want to push that U-joint into the yoke, tighten all the bolts down, and if you want a torque spec, the number I found was 18 foot-pounds, but good luck getting a crow's foot in there and calculating the difference with your torque wrench. So I think you just snug them up good and you'll be fine.
And we hope that I can be reused. Alrighty then. We're gonna squeeze. I think that a C-clamp would help me with this. But let me first try it the hard way. Ah, dirt in my eyes. Is that why they invented safety glasses? Oh, yes. Beautiful. Did you hear that click? Yeah. Oh, that was a good click. That was a good click. And now I can fold those guys in. There it goes. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Nice. Reduce, reuse, and recycle. That's still grabbing good. I think we're good. Let's roll. Whoa. Get some different heights so we know the drive shaft has to move in and out the splines. Feels good. I think we are ready to go again on this one. Checking my work, looks good. The rubber didn't move. It's solid.
Thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. I got more videos on the way.